Good afternoon, everybody. So today we're going to start with the second unit included in the second partial, which is lifestyles. What I want you to do is to open your books on page 122. Over there, we're going to have the goals for our unit. The first one is to give advice on healthy habits. 2. Compare lifestyles. 3. Ask about lifestyles. And finally, evaluate your lifestyles. Then we're going to continue over page 124. Over there, we're going to have the vocabulary section. So we're going to start with this little paragraph. It says, Alicia has a healthy lifestyle. So she's Alicia. She's in a good shape because she works out at the gym every day. She eats healthy food like fresh fruits and vegetables. Robert doesn't have good lifestyle. He is in a bad shape because he never gets any exercise. He eats too much junk food. One example of junk food is, for example, Coke. It could be hamburgers, pizza, but not healthy pizza like cabbage pizza, greasy and fatty pizza like Domino's pizza. So, he's overweight. What you have to do in this exercise is to place these words that are in blue in the blank space. So you have to read the context and place them in their correct place. Then we're going to have some activities like cycling, smoking, watching lots of TV, drinking lots of water, getting 8 hours of sleep every night, sunbathing, eating a balanced diet, and eating lots of sugar. And you have to place them in the correct column. You have healthy and unhealthy column. Then you have to add extra activities. For example, avoiding stress, getting fresh air, going for a walk, going to the doctor, playing basketball, taking vitamins, or for example, drinking sugary drinks, eating a lot of salty food, getting angry often. That's for the teacher, right? Not wearing seatbelt in the car. So think about other activities that describe lifestyle and put them 2 in the healthy and 2 in the unhealthy. So you have to write down and divide which of these are healthy and unhealthy. Write them down in each column and add 2 more in each one. Then we're going to go over the grammar section on page 125. Over here, they just mentioned that we're going to get focused on modals. Modals are part of the verbs in the parts of the speech, but modals aren't going to give us like things. Modals are going to give us an intention to the verb. So for example, cool, we're going to use it in order to make suggestions. Over here it says that it's a gentle modal. Then we have should and ought to give advice, which is a little bit stronger than could. And finally we have must and have to, and it's very strong in order to express obligation. But let's go a little bit deeper. That's why I place all the information over here. So we're going to start with the most gentle modal verb, which is cool. Over here I wrote down that it's in the use of cool is to make suggestions, but also to ask or show possibility. So we're going to have subject. Over here we have you as an example, but it could be you, he, she, and in all of the person it will be the same. We're going to put then the modal verb, which is cool. Sorry, I wrote down over here. Let me change it. Cool plus main verb in the base form. If you notice over here, the verb, you don't have to add anything to the main verb. Then it says, you could ask the teacher to change the exam. Maybe I didn't study for the exam. Oh, what you could do is to ask the teacher to change that exam. You could ask the teacher to change the exam. There's a little possibility that the teacher might change it. Okay? So over here, you are just making a kind of weak suggestion. Okay? Then we're going to continue with should. We use should in order to give advice. So, as we already mentioned, this is a little bit stronger, and the structure is subject plus should plus the main verb in the base form. Subject, and this is going to be for all the persons. So it will be for first person, second person, third person, in plural and in singular. Okay, so it will be you should study for the exam. Aquí ya estamos diciendo, tú deberías de estudiar para el examen. Un consejo que ya nada más está como posibilidad o algo como un tanto débil. Vamos a hacerlo un poquito más fuerte dándolo como consejo. Okay? Then we're going to have ought to. Ought to, as you can see over here, the use is the same to give advice, but the difference is that we are going to use ought to just in affirmative sentences. We are not allowed to use ought to in negative statements or in questions. So another difference is that ought to is a little bit more formal than should. Okay, so it will be subject plus ought to plus main verb in the base form. You ought to study for the exam. The meaning is the same, but over here, if we want to create a sentence using should but in negative, it will be you shouldn't go out of your house. Tú no deberías de salir de tu casa. Y eso no lo podríamos decir con ought to, nada más en afirmaciones, y should si se puede afirmaciones, negaciones y preguntas. Then we're going to have must. We're going to use must in affirmative, for obligation, and in negative for prohibition. So for example, we have subject must plus main verb plus main verb in the base form. So it will be you must present the exam. It's your obligation to be in your classroom and do your exam. Okay? You must not present the exam. It's a prohibition. You are not allowed to enter to the school because it's not time to be in the school. So you must not present the exam. Okay? Then we're going to have to, which is there's a little change from have to. The first one, it could be that we're going to use have to or has to. We're going to use has to for the third person in singular, which is he, she, and it. Then we're going to use have to for the rest of the persons. So for example, it will be I have to, you have to, you have to, we have to, they have to, plus a main verb. Sorry, over here I have to change instead of should, have to or has to if it's third person, plus main verb in the base form. You have to present the exam, okay? That's an obligation. But on the other hand, we're going to have the negative for have to or has to. We're going to have the structure as the simple present. If you notice over here, you have the subject, then the auxiliary verb. We're not going to have auxiliary in the rest of the modal verbs. Over here is must not, shouldn't or should not, could not, and for have to, we have to write down the auxiliary. You don't have to present the exam. What is the meaning of lack of obligation? Okay, you already have all the percentage of your grade. Ya tienes todo el porcentaje de tu calificación. No tienes que presentar el examen, pero lo puedes presentar. Ahí ya no es una prohibición. You don't have to present the exam, but you are allowed to do it if you want to practice a little bit. ¿Ok? Entonces, esa es la diferencia. Que en must, en negativo, vamos a decir prohibición. En have to, el negativo que sería don't have to o doesn't have to, para las terceras personas va a ser lack of obligation o falta de obligación. Es decir, tienes que traer el trabajo. No tiene que ser a color. Lo puedes hacer a color, pero no es obligación, ¿vale? You don't have to print your work in color. It could be in black and white. Could be showing possibility, ¿vale? Puede ser a blanco. No tienes que imprimir tu color a color. Puede ser a blanco y negro. Acá ya estás mostrando posibilidad, ¿ok? Todos los modal verbs van a seguir básicamente la misma estructura, menos el de have to, porque acá cambiamos el have y el has to para las terceras personas, y pues el negativo, acuérdense, para todos va sujeto, modal verb y verbo principal. En negativo sujeto, modal verb en negativo, que nada más agregándole not o la contracción al último couldn't, shouldn't, must not o mustn't. Acuérdense con how to que no lo ponemos en negativo, y el que sí va a cambiar en negativo va a ser el have to, así como el de preguntas. Could, pues ponemos el could al principio. Could you ask the teacher? Should you study for the exam? Must you, ¿vale? Pero casi que utilizamos más could, should. También se pueden hacer preguntas con el have to, pero tendrían que poner el do o el does hasta el principio. Okay. So, let's continue. Then, what you're going to do is that you have to write advice for the following situations in your notebook. I think that there's enough space to write the advice over here, so it's okay if you just write over here the advice. Over here it's really simple because they are giving you like this sign and you have to count them and see if it's a gentle, you have to make a suggestion. If it's strong, you have to give an advice, or if it's express obligation. Okay? Then we have write the advice you will give to these people in your notebook. Then compare advice with your partners. Discuss differences. Okay. Obviously, we're not in the classroom, so we are not going to compare to your classmates, but we have to write down. If you have enough space over here, that's okay. Two pieces of advice to each situation. Aisha wants to lose weight. John wants to be on the Olympic swimming team. and Arata words too much. Okay, I think maybe for this one you can write it down over here, and for this one, letter B, it could be good to have it over here. When you finish, what you have to do is to write down your name. Remember to write down your name, take a picture, and upload it to Aula Virtual in a PDF file. So that would be it for today. If you have any doubts, let me know them in the forum for doubts, and see you tomorrow. Bye.